Hi everyone, Anya Green from Mango Languages here. I want to help those of you who are using Google Classroom or maybe a similar system to organize your Mango materials into the Google Classroom or other system appropriately. So some of you are still having difficulty understanding when to assign which material, how to structure this, so I'll give you some ideas here. I created a test Google Classroom class for myself. And you can see, if you're already a little bit familiar with Google Classroom, that there's a stream where you can post announcements, where any new activity you create gets added to the stream, and where your students can share comments as well. So you can, of course, put announcements in here about what to study. I've created a few tests. There are announcements you can create without attachments, announcements with attachments where you could, for example, attach specific documents from the classroom guide set for this chapter, and also announcements where you can, of course, include a link or a YouTube video. There are many different options, but the downside of a stream is, of course, that information is constantly moving as more gets added. So your announcements will get pushed down. They should not act as actual assignments here. If you want to give your students assignments with due dates, you should add those in classwork. So I've created a few test topics. You do this by hitting create and then selecting a topic. You can structure those however you see fit. Let's say month 1, month 2, or by topic. For social studies, it might be explorers in the Americas, whatever you may want to do. And then into those test topics, you can add assignments and writings and questions. So you can create more things here. For example, create an assignment, create a question, and this is where you can add some of your Mango information. So I've created a few sample things to show you how you can add both the software items and the classroom guide PDF items. So for the software, you can link it here. For example, just paste the link. If you recall, you can just hover over any activity in the chapter, click it, and then it copies the link and you can paste it somewhere. And you can insert that here and assign a due date or not assign a due date, add grading or not grading. So whatever you wish to do, but you can paste this here and then also give instructions, of course. Complete this first lesson and then up to the end of lesson 3 after this. So keep going. That's something you can do. You can also pose questions. So this is where you could use, for example, some of the culture discussions, pose the questions in here, and then have your students start a discussion here by responding. So again, you just do this by hitting create and question, type your text here, the question title, have your students give short answers rather than multiple choice. If you want, let them go back and edit their answers. And of course, create due dates. Let's say something is due by Wednesday. You can even add a time if you wish. And here you want to assign that to a specific topic so that it gets sorted accordingly. I need to give it a title and then ask, so that it gets sorted accordingly. It doesn't just float around. If you do have something floating not under a topic, you can always recreate it. So you go back in and edit, and then you can change which topic it goes under, for example. So this is pretty easy to fix if that's what you wanted to do. So I want to show you how to use those classroom guides. Again, those are optional. We showed them during the demo and let you know that those are a supplement to the lessons. This will be the bread and butter of what your students are doing. But as a supplement, you should have received a link like this. For example, the French folder, the folder to the French classroom guides will look like this. Everything is split up by unit. So let's go into unit 1, for example. Then everything's split up by chapter. And within each chapter, you'll see student workbooks and teacher lesson plans. Now, do not just assign this entire folder. You don't want to do that. You want to give your students specific activities. And of course, you don't want to give them the teacher activities because those have the answer key. So let me just show you here with this vocab review activity. For example, it's a quick vocab quiz. For you as a teacher, it will have the key down here. It will have instructions. So you don't want your students to see that. You want to go into the student workbook, which has only what students should see. So their review will end on that page. That's all they will do. And there are many different activities here that you can assign, but right now they're still in a Google Drive link. You do not have an easy way to put them into your Google Classroom yet. So what I recommend you do is you highlight all of these, select download. It's going to zip the file and then ask you where to save it. So I will take this into my little test environment I've created here. It's going to make a zip file and put it right here for me. You can see this. I will unzip it, of course, extract the files so you have them here now. So this is now an easy way for you to attach it from here. Let's say we'll create an assignment that has something attached. So we can take a file from here. You can take it from our computer. You can also drag it in here, of course. And it's going to upload it. As soon as you hit upload. And now your students can view this file, edit the file. Of course, this is a PDF, so they can't. But you have options to select here as well. So you have to give this a title, speaking activity, for example, add instructions, blah, 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 and assign. So now you notice I did not add this to a topic. I'm going to have to change that. But if you click on it, you'll see the attachment here. Now, something great that Google Classroom also has is a class drive folder. When you click on this, it opens a folder that you created for this class. I already put some files in here because I was playing around with this earlier. But if you see, it now also added that French file. So when you add something to attachments, it puts it here. Now, if you want to give your students additional things and say, you know what, here's a couple of bonus files for you to work on, you can just drag those in here. It'll upload them to the drive. And this is not only a good way for students to find additional information, you may have to relabel it so they find it more easily, but it's also a way for them to find a specific activity that they were given if they don't want to scroll through this, maybe they don't remember which topic it was under, because this may get really full, of course. As you keep using it in the next couple of weeks with your students, this will fill up and your students may have trouble finding some things. So this is a way for you to assign things to your students in here, add additional files. You can, of course, move from topic to topic, so it's a little bit more easy to see what's in there. And of course, you can add information to your stream. So this is telling me I haven't invited any students to my class. If you need to know how to do that, there are videos on YouTube to help you with that. And we as Mango want to help you with that as well. So there may be additional videos and instructions forthcoming. I hope this helps. If you need more assistance, please reach out to your customer liaison. They can either ping me or ask someone else and answer the question themselves, of course. They'll be the ones working with you to figure all of this out. So best of luck, and you got this.